Alright, we got another video here. In this one, I'm sitting at 1,409 coins. I'm going to take a chance here and I'm going to try a Tour 3 hole. Again, these videos are for the beginners, the people that have fairly new accounts and that are pretty much either are in the early stages here, Tour 1, Tour 2, Tour 3, and eventually Tour 4. So I haven't done any videos on Tour 1 because that one's pretty straightforward. I've got a couple videos on some holes of Tour 2, so we're going to try out a hole of Tour 3. So if you're on Tour 2, you get an idea what Tour 3 will look like. And if you're on Tour 3, or you're just starting out, it's good to get a look at it. Each tour gets harder. Okay, both of us are going to have the number 5 rocket, so we'll be pretty even there. Now, you see the wind 4.4 going forward and up towards the right, so you have to compensate for that. Let's see how he manages. And it looks decent. Basically what you want to do is you want to go around towards the right, around that bunker. So with it being 3.4, I'm going to try to go up as forward as I can. Come back over to the left a little bit, compensate that 3.4. I'm going to give it the forward spin, and then when it lands it's going to go towards the right, so I'm going to give it some curl to the left. So when the ball lands, it will bounce towards the left. See how it works out. Perfect shot. And we avoided that bunker, and we're safe. See how Troy does here, getting up to the putting surface. It's going to be tough with the wind. The wind is going towards him, so he's not going to be able to jump that bunker. So wherever he goes, he needs to compensate for that wind, and then my guess is he's going to need some curl to the left. I'm not sure if he's going to curl or not, but this might be enough to get him up on the putting surface. As it does. He's got a long putt ahead of him, but he's there. So our goal is to try to get closer to the hole, to have a better putt. So I'm going to go up a bit and come over to the left here a little bit to compensate for that 5.0. And then I'm going to give it some backspin, 2 bars. Might have went a little over, but that's okay. Give it just a regular shot, a little left curl, see what happens. Alright, that left curl kept it from going into that rough, and we are sitting with a good putt. And it's because we used backspin that it didn't go wild. Got to follow that ball guide, that line. The line from your target is your ball guide. And the ball is normally going to go pretty much where that ball guide goes. But some clubs, because of their power, will push it further, and you just got to feel your clubs out. Alright, we're going to a shootout. This is Sakura Hills, hole 7. Well, the course was. Alright, so the wind's going forward. So we're just going to give it a normal shot here. We're back, I think, far enough. Great shot. Wished it was perfect. But we are close. Roll back down a little. Get us a little closer to that hole. Sometimes that's all you need is just a normal shot. You don't need power. You don't need to do nothing crazy. Tour 3, you don't need the special balls. You want to save those for tournaments and for higher tours. Alright, he'll roll back down a little, but we are closer. So we're going to pull a win out of this one. So basically, once you get a feel for your clubs, you're going to know how much backspace, or even forward spin and backspin, you're going to know or have a better understanding of how much to use. Alright, so we got a chest we can open, so let's see if we can get something good here. Got some coins, we got some gems, which is normal. Alright, machete, but I don't like the machete. Especially where it's just a 1 and I don't really want to spend the money on it. It's not going to make it that much of a better club. The ball guide is awful. So let's look at what we got here. I know I unlocked the Viper. So that's what we're using. As you see in my golf bag, I have a 5 Rocket, a 2 Viper, a 2 Backbone, a 3 Rough Cutter, and a 1 Desert Storm that I could upgrade. But let's take a look here. If I upgrade this, it's going to give me more power, more topspin, and backspin. I don't really need this because I'm waiting to be able to unlock something better. Where is it? Okay, the Desert Storm. I'm waiting for the Malibu, which you get out of Tour 3. So I'm not even going to upgrade that because that's basically for when you're in the dirt. When you're in the dirt, you just want to get out of the dirt. You don't need to do nothing crazy. Alright, so 2,335 coins. We're up top so far with 17 hours and 30 minutes left for the leaderboard. So if we stay on top, we're going to win that platinum chest, which is going to have some decent prizes. Alright, so we're going to jump into one more Tour 3, since we have the coin to do so. Where even if we lose, we'll still have a decent amount of coin to go back and play a Tour 2 if need be. But if we win, we'll have about 3,000 coins. Alright, win. Coming 4.4 towards me. Going towards me to the right 4.4. So I'm going to come over to the left a little. And again, I'm just going to give it a normal shot. He's got a 5 extra miles, so he's probably going to be able to get it a little further than we did. And he did, but unfortunately landed in the rough. We're going to give him an unlucky. Because it is unlucky, and sometimes just can't hit that target meter right. Alright, we got a wind of 5 miles, so I'm going to come over to the left a hair, because 5 miles, it's still going to shoot to the right of that. So again, just a normal shot. I'm going to give it a hair of power. See if we can give it a little more of a push. And see that with the 5 miles an hour wind, it stayed to the right of that bunker. You don't have to worry too much when the wind is only a couple miles an hour. Once it reaches 5 miles an hour or more, you really want to take the time to adjust. Took me a little while to really understand the wind. Took me a lot of trial and error. Alright, so I got a 2 Viper, which isn't bad. Alright, he quit. So, alright, we're going to take that. Sakura Hills, hole 4, par 5. Alright, well, since we won that one, we're going to go ahead and do one more Tour 3, and then I'll cut this video short after that. And I think if we win, we'll max out our trophies for Tour 3. That's the thing, you keep winning, you clear out those trophies, but then you won't get trophies again until you do the next tour. But that's okay, because you still get the coins. Don't worry about the trophies. Worry more about winning. I'm going to give this some forward spin just to help it push a little. 3.0 to the right going down, so we should be fine. Little power. No need to give it a full power shot, because even giving it a full power shot, even if you make it, it'll go further. It ain't gonna really go that much further. Not with these clubs. So there's no need to chance it and end up in a bunker or the rough. There's really no need. So don't take big power shots unless you feel you really need to, which is like where you want to get over some rough. Then give it a little more power. Okay, he gave that too much power, and that's what happened. And these are mistakes that you make early on. You know, we get greedy sometimes. You don't want to get greedy. 4.2 going to my left, so I'm going to cut over the right about here. Pull it up as far as it'll go. And again, just a regular straight shot. I could have given that a little bit of curl to the left, but I'm still lined up to hit the fairway. Pretty decent. He's going to have a tough shot out of the bunker. It's going to make him short from where we are, which gives you the advantage. As long as you keep playing conservatively, then you can win this game. Now, there's a lot of times you'll play conservatively, but so will the other person. Worst case scenario, you end up in a draw, you go to a shootout, you just got to get it closer to the hole. Alright, so I've got the wind, which could be helpful here, but I'd need a power shot. I'm not going to chance that. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to compensate with that 3-mile wind. Come over a little more. I think with the wind it's got enough push. So we're going to give it the shot. We're going to give it the curl. Hopefully that brings it over towards the hole. Or at least onto that putting surface. And we come around and it's going to roll a little. Alright, it's a bit of a long putt, but it's puttable. We're still in a better position than our opponent right now. He's still pretty behind. So chances are, even if we miss that putt, we'll have a second shot at it. Worst case scenario, go to a shootout. And this is a good feeling to have. When you got someone that's behind and you're right there by the hole. But don't get overly confident, because then you'll take power shots, and just stay humble. You know, he's taking power shots because he has to. And he landed well on the fairway. So let's see if we can drop this putt. And if we do, he has to get his shot in the hole. And we got it. Let's see how he does. Oh, what a nice shot. But unfortunately, it's not going to cut it. We're going to take the win on that one. And we win some jewels. And we get a few more trophies. And that's it. Alright, so we got a couple Tour 3 holes there. Hope they were helpful. If so, please give the video a like. And it'd be great if you would subscribe, so I can get the name out there. And hopefully these videos can help some other new players. We'll see you in the next video. Later.